Alright, I'm gonna do this quick because I think that the last video that I did was pretty all over the place. So today I'm gonna be talking about how I had a severe allergic reaction to a plant, an animal, or possibly cinnamon. I am allergic to cinnamon. I know I have a cinnamon allergy. I just don't know if it progressed or it could be something else. So I went on a trip to this farm called Shady Brooks. It was amazing, and I was exposed to different animals. They had sheep, they had I think they had like ducks, chickens, turkeys, different type of stuff like that. They definitely had a lot of plants like pumpkins. Well, they had a pumpkin patch, but the pumpkins, obviously in this pumpkin patch, we couldn't, they already had picked the pumpkins and just laid them in the patch, and we just had to pick them up. It wasn't like we had to cut them off of the vines. So when we went, everything was great. Wasn't itchy. I do have psoriasis and I do have eczema, but my skin has been pretty good for a really long time. The last time I had a really bad breakout was in my teenage years. So, I mean, and I do have it in my scalp, but that's pretty controlled. So what ends up happening is for some reason, immediately the day after, I started breaking out and really, like, I had boils all over my fingers. I have a couple of scars from them on my hands, but you really can't see them. So I had a bunch of boils. I work in a Head Start program, so you are exposed to different type of diseases or illnesses constantly. So I thought that it was hand, foot, and mouth. And if you never heard of hand, foot, and mouth, it's this really gross illness where you break out in boils all over your mouth, your hands, your foot, your feet. So I thought it was that. It wasn't, because I didn't have anything on my feet or my mouth. So I was like, okay, fine, whatever. So when I went to the doctor, like I started to develop a rash too in my back, and it was like this deep, dark rash, and this is in the matter of like a week. So I went to an emergency care. I was sent home from work because there was boils all over my hands. I couldn't like touch the kids. I had boils on my hands, and I wanted to make sure that it was nothing contagious. So I went to the doctor, and they basically said that it was possibly an allergic reaction. So I was like, okay. We had cinnamon muffins that day, so maybe it was the cinnamon muffins. Clearly it wasn't, because the rash got worse, continuously got worse. So my back is, I'm gonna insert clips too. So my back is full of different like rashes all over and like scars now. Don't mind me, I'm cleaning off my makeup desk. So all over the place I have rashes and just different ailments all over me. So, and my arms too, my arms got really bad. And I was using A&D ointment, I used coconut oil, I used vitamin E oil, different types of lotions just to keep my body some type of moisturized, and it did not work. Like, my skin immediately soaks up all of the ointments that I had and was not getting better. So I made an appointment with a dermatologist. I had to wait a month for this dermatologist appointment. And as soon as I seen the dermatologist, they basically said, yeah, you had an allergic reaction to some type of plant or animal. Clearly from the farm, because I'm not allergic to my cat or dog. I had them for plenty of years. And I told them that I was allergic to cinnamon and I was exposed to it, but they really think that it was an animal or like a plant, like poison ivy or something. So we basically have to play the waiting game now and see if that's what it was. So we have to, right now I'm currently using, I gotta see it again, clobetasol. It's a ointment. Well, I have it in two forms. I have the solution for my scalp and I have the ointment for my skin, and I used it last night and it worked really good. My skin still feels pretty hydrated. Of course, it's still scaly and kind of disgusting. So I definitely like it. I just have to keep using it, and it's only for 2 weeks, and then I use it as needed. So hopefully this will clear up in 2 weeks. I also have some hydrocortisone because I can't use that on my face. My face doesn't look as dry as it usually would. There you go. You can see it right there a little bit. Like, it's like dry and scaly, kind of, sorta. But so I'm gonna use that for my ears. I was getting a little bit around my nose, but it's pretty cleared up now. I was using some A&D ointment, and that pretty much worked for that. So I guess we'll see what happens. I'll probably insert the clips randomly throughout this video, and I want to give a disclaimer that it is pretty gross. It looks pretty bad. So we shall see what happens. I hope you all are having a good day. I hope that this can shine some light on people. I hope that this shines some light on people that have these different type of things, like eczema, psoriasis, or severe allergic reactions. It is pretty bad. At my job, you know, my kids were pretty worried about me because my arms are exposed at all times, and my arms were red. Like, let me see if you can see it. Like, right here. They were inflamed and red and scaly with, like, you can see, like, little scars and stuff. Yeah, you can see, like, scars and stuff. But it was, like, fully inflamed. This arm is pretty bad, too. My elbow. And it came all the way up here. So it's clearing up on my arms, but it was pretty inflamed and scaly and bleeding constantly because it itches, and I'm going to scratch it because that's the type of person I am. So again, I hope you guys are having a good day. I hope you guys are blessed, and I shall see you later.